of course, had the arcade release and then the console release, which added many new characters. Gon, Dr. Boskanovich.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And probably some balance changes if I had to guess.
Excuse me. Well, it looks like we have the first set going on. Gohanify. I think he's the runner-up from the tournament earlier. Going up against Strider. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw Gohanify for a second. I think it just changed, so I take that back. So Strider versus Seppuku.
Yeah, who also made it pretty far in the tournament.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let me see if I can get the exact placement there.
I think maybe third, fourth. I'm just guessing here.
Yeah, fourth place. So, just below Gohanify, really.
Top four, not bad at all.
Oh, especially with a stacked bracket like this.
I thought the Leo was Lydia just based on the hair for a second. I had to do a double take.
That is fair. That is fair.
Alright, floor is lava. Alright, got the little parry from Yoshimitsu there. What's gonna happen? I got the dope down for it one. Alright, first game goes to Strider.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the Bori Frosty Dad set is gonna have to be put on hold.
There was a set between them scheduled, huh?
Yeah, and that's it would have been quite a set because Bori actually brought Frosty Dad down to losers.
There's the run back in exhibition form.
Yeah, and I think this was the first tournament in a while, the first UG tournament in a while where Nemesis was knocked out of the bracket.
If I remember correctly, I think the last one, I don't know if he might have gotten, what was Grand Finals last time? I think, was it me and Frosty last time in Grands? I can't remember. I don't think he got the top. He got top 8, but I don't think he got as far as he usually does, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show that we are getting a lot of killers now. The competition is fierce.
It definitely is, and more so, it'll make the competition's fierce, and it'll make the existing competition fiercer if they keep up with it and learn from the matches.
Absolutely, and that's kind of the beauty of it, right? Just the improvement that you can get by being a regular at certain tournaments.
Oh yeah, you're there, you're getting the match experience in, and build the tournament community up.
Yep.
Got the floor blast there. Got Strider down to half health. Oh, now it's mutual with the heat.
Ooh, that was a cool conversion.
Sorry, not heat. His Leo special mode. I got confused. Oh, good duck, but no punish. It can happen. It's happened to me. Ooh, that might be it for the round.
Now, I never understood. This stage, usually, it'll trigger the floor blast when someone's on match point. But occasionally, it'll just go to floor blast on round 2.
Oh, I never noticed that. Yeah, that was round 2. Wow. It kind of reminds me of the Sanctum stage where the floor, like the transition between the top floor and the bottom floor happens sometimes on stage too. It makes the variety a little bit more evident there for sure.
Yeah, well, with Sanctum, it's like the floor will break either on the final round, or if one of the walls has been broken on the top floor before.
That is true. It could be me again, but I think I've seen the floor break before the wall broke. It might have been at least once, but I think the floor can break if even if the wall hasn't broken. But I could be wrong. But I that's what my memory is convincing me of at the moment.
I mean, it's definitely possible. You know, obviously, there are some instances where, you know, the trigger is not evident.
Right, but either way, I guess the stages will be less boring that way, I guess, as far as the different stage interactions and transitions, the timing.
Yeah, definitely more dynamic.
Right, so that's 1-1, evening it up. No 5-0 scenario here where the settle in prematurely because everyone has at least one game. Watch. Trying to get away with that spin, but Lydia that Lydia again. Leo keeps catching it. Get a little parry. Gonna go into Rage Art. Oh, he can't. Not from that combo. Oh, that was risky. And yep, got launched for it. Into Rage Art.
That'll do it.
Just gonna make them watch the animation. But it's guaranteed damage. Just press the Rage Art button and there you go.
It looks like Jake was asking what you think of Clive so far.
He's cool. I went into the lab with him. He's got some cool moves. I learned like his forward 1+2 is probably the most problematic move that I've seen. You can't sidestep it, no matter how early you are. You can't sidewalk it. But like with Jin, for example, you can parry both hits if you're ready. And if you block it, you know, you can't punish it. I think that's one of his best moves that I've seen so far. But he's definitely cool to watch.
Yeah, definitely forward 1+2 seems to be the one that everyone agrees is his best move.
Yep. You get a lot of spam, 1+2 spam. But it's doable. You just have to, you know, you have to strategize considering how good the move is.
Yep.
Right, so that's 2-1 in the way of Strider. Are you still sticking with just Raven nowadays, OB, or are you using any other characters?
Yeah, so far I've been sticking with Raven, staying steady with him.
Cool. Character loyalty, I can relate.
Only for now. Once Cooney drops, Raven is...
Raven will take the back seat.
Yeah, I'll still play him here and there, but definitely he'll suffer the same fate as Miguel did in Tekken 7.
Oh, I see. So Miguel is like if it was like an SUV or a truck that's got like 3 rows of seats, he'd be like the back seat.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If Miguel and Cooney both came back, who would I play more? Miguel or Raven? That's a tough one.
Well, we know Cooney's number one, or always is going to ride shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like who like your main man was. I know that you played those characters, but Cooney's the one. Now I know.
Yeah, it's because she has a lot of really good small Tekken, and that's kind of how I like to play.
Yep, I can definitely tell that. I remember playing you in 7, and I think I might have played you in this. But yeah, small Tekken, she's very good at poking and good at evasion. A bit deceptive. She is a thief, technically.
That is true.
So fits the persona. It's the mix. Oh, just did the launch. Yeah, here she arguably one of the top characters as far as people's tier lists right now. And I can definitely see why.
Yep, it's kind of funny. I don't think anyone, if you went back in time, like Tekken 7 or anywhere before that, and you said like, hey, in the future, Yoshimitsu will be considered top 1 by many people, you'd be called crazy. People would think you're insane.
Yeah, well, hence why the future is going to be the kind of the balance between, you know, calling someone, or creates the line between crazy and, you know, what the actual reality is. You know, you have to actually be in the time. But that's what happens with games. You know, things can change and they'll break trends.
Yep, in ways that you might not expect.
Right. Ooh, damage. All right, 2 rounds to 2.
I mean, I'm trying to think of who will end up being the top tier in season 2 after after all the changes and the sweeping nerfs and buffs.
Right, it's definitely anybody's guess.
Let's see. I'm gonna say Leo. Leo's not gonna be in the top 5. I'm just gonna guess.
Like, have you caught like a hint of what changes Leo might get, or are you just
Not
like?
Not a clue. But I think Leo has some pretty good tools, but not enough where it'll be like, huh, this character needs nerfs. And they may even buff Leo a bit.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Based on, you know, some underrated stuff that he might have. Yeah, Leo might get buffed. Do you think?
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's fair.
And it doesn't need to be anything crazy. Just a few buffs here and there. Some nerfs to the top tiers.
Yep. Like it's literally anyone's ball game. And of course, Clive being the brand new character, you know, usually the newer characters get nerfed over time, but we'll have to see what they're gonna do with Clive, or if they'll change anything in season 2 with him.
Yeah. That's gonna be an interesting one because it's gonna be so soon after Clive's release. I think Seppuku took the last one, Jacob.
Does that make it 2-2?
I think so. Okala saying as long as the attention is off of Jin. I don't know how to break this to you, man.
Jin. Yeah, we'll see about that, considering, you know, I really wonder how much the developers, like, I mean, I know they listen to the community, but I wonder, like, how they allocate the significance of each, you know, what do you call it, each perception of every character as far as tiers go. Like, how seriously they take each character.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's always a fine balance because you can't just listen to everything the players say. You're gonna end up with a mess in that regard.
Yeah, chaotic. Gotta watch and listen. Like, watch some of the matches, and maybe they lab stuff themselves and they just evaluate. That's what it seems like would be happening. Got a pretty even set here, hence the 3-2.
Yeah, it's looking pretty close.
Good look there. Good block in the hop kick with no punish there. The strings are coming out.
Low.
String.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh, didn't get the conversion.
Good block, no punish there. Could be nerves, could be a little unfamiliarity, but at least it was blocked.
Yeah, I mean, these things will happen sometimes. You have, you're kind of proceeding in your mind in a way that's like, alright, this is the plan, I'm not going to deviate from it. But if you do something you're not prepared for, and you aren't prepared to deviate from the plan in your mind, you might end up doing something suboptimal.
It's true. Just about how well your preparation is.
Yep, always got to be acting with purpose in this game. But not too much, otherwise if something unexpected happens, which it's Tekken, it usually does, you gotta also be ready to act on the fly.
Yep, that's true. The adaptation, adapt, and if someone counter adapts, you have to counter adapt, and they counter adapt, you counter adapt. That's the ebb and flow. When it comes to high level, you have to constantly adjust until the adjustments are so minute that you can hardly make an adjustment, and then it might just come down to playing chess. More so, you have to take risks.
Yep.
Make educated guesses. Those are the most intense matches usually.
Absolutely.
Then again, you can play chess without, the counter adaptations. You can just like throw out stuff, and if you don't want to adjust, you just see who throws out the most substantial stuff. I know like Paul's a good example, like his high risk, high reward play style. He's got a perpetual mid low mix up with Death Fist and then Demo Man.
Yep,
I imagine two Pauls going back and forth that have that same kind of style. That'd be kind of funny to watch.
That was the bread and butter of Paul in Tekken 7, at least.
Right. Yeah, he's got more tools in this game, but he still has that as well.
Yeah, I think Tekken 8 Paul is very much centered on his back sway, especially out of down forward 1.
Yeah, that back sway into, I forget what the input is. It's like down back sway into, I think it's 1-1 or something. No, it's back sway into forward sway, and you get like access to that one particular string that's problematic. Gotta watch that. Safe on block that string. Like a 2-punch string after that.
Well, then I think you go into back sway again after it.
Yeah, it's either like back sway, forward sway, or it's forward sway, back sway. Or maybe it is back, forward, back sway. I can't remember. But it's like, it's an input that I wouldn't or didn't expect. I'm like, oh, that's how you do this. That can be wall. Nope, not quite. Almost. Ooh. I also has to get hit by that. Because I remember in past games it wouldn't launch like that. That Yoshimitsu, I don't know the input for it, but the low launcher he just did. Oh, good launch, down for 2.
Getting close to the wall.
Oh, missed. And so did he. Getting a little chaotic. What's gonna happen? Get punished, it looks like. Oh, I was ready for the string. Oh, good duck on that string. That's always nice to have that muscle memory / that reaction.
War burst.
Right, so is that 5-2 or is that? I think that's 5-2.
Yep, 5-2.
Strider's taking a strong lead there.
You know what? I'm gonna say that we're gonna see Devil Jin in top 10 at least in season 2.
So I go back to Vanilla Tekken 8. Wasn't Delvin high up back in Vanilla version?
Yeah, a crazy good heat smash.
Oh yeah, and they nerfed it. Right, I remember that. It used to have more range in Vanilla, and they like halved it recently.
Yeah. They nerfed the range, they nerfed the tracking. It was basically like a heat-seeking missile from full screen.
Pretty much. It's just like, oh my, like Bison Psycho Crusher, like EX Psycho Crusher. Oh man, I don't miss it. So hopefully they leave that. They'll just do something different, buff something different. I don't miss having the full screen heat smash from Devil Jin.
Yeah, but I feel like so many people are calling for buffs to Devil Jin that he's gonna end up with. He might end up overbuffed.
Oh gosh.
Is my guess.
Yeah, hopefully Namco takes the balancing pretty seriously to where doesn't get too crazy as far as abundantly buffing a character, but you never know. They can always patch it up later. So might have a little bit more leniency of giving a character something. It's like, oh, let's see how it does, and if it's too much, we'll just patch it later.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was a quick game from Trider there. 6-2. Will this be the final one? Or are we gonna see a comeback or see the beginning of a comeback?
We'll see. I know Seppuku mentioned changing characters, so we'll see if that happens. I'm just hoping that the other 2 Raven players in the world will ask for buffs in my stead.
Ready for the next battle.
Trying to think. I don't know what Raven would need.
It's kind of tricky, right? Because he's. I can't say he's like. It's hard to point to something and say, like, this is real. Oh, not hard. There are a few things I can point to and be like, this isn't great. But his hit is very trippy.
Right.
And so if you go too hard on it, you're going to end up with, like, this, basically Yoshimitsu again. Where you have a gimmicky character who has really strong tools on top of gimmicks.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like, especially in Heat, I think Raven's quite a threat. As of right now, I'm trying to think. Like, maybe just stuff in, like, his neutral. Like, you would know better than me. Like, what kind of things do you think he would need?
So, a lot of what I encounter, and, I'd have to, like, hop in the lab and get more specific. But just in a more general sense, a lot of people will disrespect Raven's plus frames on his on mix-up on hit. So he'll kind of get knocked out of his mix-up. He's very steppable outside of down forward 1, which has some genuinely good, genuinely great tracking. Otherwise, you need to really commit to your homing moves.
I see.
Here's the thing, is that I wouldn't really want Raven buff, but if everyone could go to where Raven is now, I think that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, give him that little bit of something to sort of even him out a bit more. Let's see, we got the Leroy here. All right.
Might be onto something.
The Strider is on set point here, but we shall see where this goes. Getting that pressure on the launch, so you can get the combo, but get the string, which on block is launch punishable. That kick. Good launch. That was good damage.
Ooh, I thought that was gonna be a wall burst for a second.
I did too. I love off-axis shenanigans. Oh, he caught him. That was a bait. I was
Hit.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's the set. Good games to both. Sexstrata had a pretty strong presence there. You know, Seppuku tried to mount stuff. I noticed some dropped combos, and you know, sometimes it would lead into throwing out a string that was launch punishable, and Strata capitalized. So Strata was definitely well prepared, but good games to both nonetheless.